Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So before we get into the meat of the video, we gotta get the business talk out of the way. Basically, I wanted to do this as a new series where we are gonna go through every single player that's ever played for an NBA franchise and just kind of talk about them, because there's so many players out there that I've forgotten about over the years. So we're gonna start off by doing this for the Detroit Pistons. If you want to see it for another team, leave a like on this video so I know you want this as a series, and let me know which team I should do next in the comment section below. But alright, so basically what got me going with this idea was I was thinking about Tayshaun Prince of the Detroit Pistons 2014, and I was thinking about just when I really came to start liking basketball was around that time, and like which players inspired me the most. And one thing that I always loved about Tayshaun Prince was he had like this quiet demeanor to him where knowing, and keep in mind, like I'm pretty sure Tayshaun was born in Compton. Just like nothing fazed him. He just went out there, man. You know, he had that beautiful lefty, which by the way was the only signature lefty shot in NBA 2K5, I believe. And yeah, man, he just, I love Tayshaun. He was just always so professional. And I actually think he's an assistant GM, maybe the actual GM of the Memphis Grizzlies now. But okay. So that's my little Tayshaun Prince. Oh, also I had a jersey that I literally wore every single day in 7th grade. It was faded out completely. I used to get made fun of because I was short, so people say it looked like a dress on me. I also had long blonde hair at the time. But I wore, I wore my Tayshaun Prince. Okay, all right. So here we go, man. Let's start going through this. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. It's been a lot of NBA seasons. Alex Aker, definitely remember that name from Pepperdine. Yeah. Aaron Aflalo. Okay, so the thing about Aaron Aflalo, which is interesting, is that he was drafted, I believe, second round to the same season Rodney Stuckey was drafted. And my stepdad and I used to always fight. I was always team Stuckey. He was always team Aflalo. And, well, man, my stepdad was right on that one. Let me tell you, man. Carlos Arroyo. So Carlos Arroyo, I believe, recently talked about the Detroit Pistons in a podcast. But Arroyo was one of my favorite backup point guards of all time. I believe he was from Puerto Rico. Yes, Puerto Rico. So I always remember watching him like in the Puerto Rico Olympics. And, a few years ago, I actually went to Puerto Rico and I was hoping to, am I being an idiot? Puerto Rico Olympics. Because I've also been to Costa Rica, man. Man, I feel like I'm smoking that flight pack, bro, but this is just the crispy pack. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. I remember watching Carlos play basketball somewhere else, and it was a lot of fun. I was like 13, okay? I should probably know it now. Chucky Atkins. This man's name. Dickathon? That is like Tabitha. Well, then they had a boy in last night. They're like, it's Tabitha, it's got a Dickathon. Okay. Sorry, we got so many players to get through. DJ Augustine, yeah, whatever. Marvin Bagley, he playing pretty well now on the Wiz. Who else here, man? Sadiq Bey, my guy Chauncey Billups. I know you guys don't like him in Portland all too much, but hey, I'll trade you guys Monty for him right now as coach. The great Dave Bing. Will Blaylock. Now that's the name. Oh, they don't got a picture? Will Blaylock. He played for 06, 07. I think he did the Christmas special with Sheed. There's a Christmas special. Check it out, man. Steve Blake, season there in Detroit. Remember that? Woody Boeheim. Bojan. You guys remember that name? Oh, yeah, Avery Bradley. Forgot about the season in Detroit. He didn't, kind of when he left the Boston Celtics, like he just wasn't really the same player anymore. Kind of what happens when you come to Detroit. Primo Brezic. So I remember him specifically. He was on the Charlotte Bobcats. Got traded to the Pistons. I think and this was in the time too where I believe Ben Wallace was gone at this point. So they're kind of trying to find something at center. There was McDyess and Sheed and guys like that. But I remember Breezic, he had this one no-look pass in a game, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful, man. Ah, Bruce Brown. I miss Bruce Brown. Kwame Brown, not so much. Although, for what it's worth, Kwame Brown actually was not really that bad as a Piston. I remember he was like, he had some moments where I'm like, all right, well, he's not a number one pick, but he put the ball in the basket once. So there you go. Reggie Bullocks, Alec Burks. Oh, Caron Butler. Yeah, that was for... Yeah, Caron. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was wearing number 31. That was like the one time that 31 I was kind of cool with somebody rocking that number. Because all the other times it was like Darko or... Now we got Evan Fournier, Charlie Villanueva. It's a cursed number, but it's the number that I wear for my jerseys whenever I play basketball. Oh, yeah, Will the Thrill Bynum. 6 seasons in Detroit. Man was a beast. This dude could literally come off the bench and just drop like a quick 20 out of nowhere, bro. I do miss Will the Thrill. Jose Calderon. I remember more of the 2012-2013 version. Kind of came out of the team. And if I remember correctly, he was decent for the Pistons. He's always been a good, like, taking care of the basketball. But man, I remember, like, maybe I don't remember. At that time, once Chauncey got traded, it's a lot of just kind of keeping that to the back, KCP never became an all-star in the NBA, but he went on to have a good NBA career. I'm happy for KCP. Eldon Campbell, one of my favorite backup centers of all time. Brian Cardinal, okay. Calvin Cato, I think he was on the Bobcats too. We got a lot of the Bobcats leftovers. Mateen Cleaves. Derek Coleman. That's right. We did get Derek Coleman for a season. We did, didn't we? He had to have been like 40 at that point. Yeah, that was the 04-05 year, man. Oh my, I forgot about Derek Coleman in Detroit for a year. Man, there was like a phase where we just like your retirement season, people were choosing to retire in Detroit for reasons I do not know, but it is whatever, man. Mr. Cade Cunningham, Michael Curry, one of the worst coaches of all time, although Monty's given, well, I think Monty's may have surpassed even Michael Curry, which is saying so much. Luigi Datome, Adrian Dantley, that was before my time, so I don't really got much to say about him. Austin Day, I'm gonna tell you, man, Austin Day, he was a my mic good? Man was 6'11", would work out with Kevin Durant. He was a bad basketball player, but he was bad before his time. He would have been bad today too, man. Maybe just less bad. Oh, Dale Davis. Pacers great, I believe. Carlos Delfino. Man, there was like a point in time where they thought Carlos Delfino were in Detroit. Like he would go in the game and you'd be like, man, this kid's special. He was out of, I believe, Argentina, and eventually he went to the Hawks, I think. He was on the Bucks for a bit. Really solid player, but in Detroit, he wasn't really his time there yet, man. I don't know. He's a good all-around player, though. Tony Delk, you might know him for a 50-piece set on the Atlanta Hawks. Oh yeah, Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie was definitely one of them players that's like, all right, well, we're going to train him before we see if he's any good. Juan Dixon, he was a wizard. I remember him. Played in Detroit for a year. Sekou Dimboya, I have no idea how he's still not given a chance. Like, he was the youngest player in the NBA. There's something there. I don't know why they think that just because Detroit couldn't get something out of him that he's not worthy of a chance. Andre Drummond, I'll take you as a backup center in Detroit right now. Joe D, my man Ronald Dupree. I used to love watching Ronald Dupree, bro. Like I would be like his ultimate hype man in the NBA. Like he'd go out there, he'd make a three or something like that. Be great. Let's see. Yeah, Carson Edwards, Henry Ellenson, bust. One of the man, when we drafted Henry Ellenson, I don't even remember who we drafted him over, but I remember not liking Henry Ellenson. I remember just kind of being like, yeah, oh my goodness. Man, he was garbage, bro. Wayne Ellington. He had a few stints here. Kim English, drafted in the same draft class as Chris Middleton. Once again, we made the wrong choice. Although he didn't stick around either, so I guess we didn't make a choice at all. Maurice Evans. Season in Detroit. Remember him in the Lakers quite a bit. Oh, la 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 la. What else we got, man? Langston Galloway. What's he up to these days? Probably retired, right? Luka Garza still balling on the T-Wolves. Oh, Gerald Glass. I was like, Gerald Green? We didn't know Gerald Green. We did have Ben Gordon. That wasn't fun. I remember that offseason. Him and Charlie V. You know, I was hoping for Amari Stoudemire. I remember waking up. I was at my mom's house and seeing the, what is it, the M Live or whatever, or Detroit Free Press, something like that, man. Some sort of article. And, yup. Literal green. Man, it's literally green. What if it was like the Hulk? I don't think he's the Hulk. Okay, 6'1". Dick Groat. I'm just sorry, man. It's just such an interesting name. I just would never, you know? I would never name my kid that. I don't know. I mean, if you did, it's fine. It's a traditional name. I just would not. Oh, and his last name's Groat. That's so close to throat. What year? Okay, 1950s. Yeah, he was getting made fun of. Darvin. Oh, Duncan Darvin Ham! Oh, Duncan Darvin. You guys don't know who that is, do you? Rip Hamilton. Masked Bandit. Best mid-range shooter of all time off the screen, too. I remember I read something that every day Rip Hamilton, you know, would wake up for practice when he was young, and his father would make him eat a whole bunch of pineapple and drink a whole bunch of water, which I thought there was going to be a more interesting story there, but no, he just ate some pineapple and water. I think it was a lot, though, you know. Tobias Harris. Oh, Jarvis Hayes. One season in Detroit, this man was he had a solid 3-point shot. He would do well in today's game. If he was younger, not his current age. I'm gonna talk about Killian. Gerald Henderson. Oh, early 90s. Okay, so not the Bobcats version. But hey, Bobcats, Walter Herman. Guys, look up Walter Herman's hands, okay? He literally will take a like he will put Boban to shame. He literally could take a basketball and like do that with it. It was insane. He also had like a Julius Erving style layup that went crazy. Grant Hill, the in some multiverse he was Michael Jordan, out there somewhere. Hold up. Deron Hillard from Villanova. That's right, man. He was a second rounder, I think. Lefty. Thought he was going to be something. Lindsey Hunter, one of my favorite backups of all time. Now he's on the Pistons mic at times. It's really cool to see. Ilyasova, Iverson. Still remember the one play I remember him for was the bounce pass to Rip Hamilton. It was very crispy. It was like a full court bounce pass. And then we got the next Iverson, Jaden Ivey. Josh Jackson, another dude that we tried. He actually didn't play bad Detroit, though. Reggie Jackson. Brandon Jennings, man. Yo, such a tragedy story that people do not talk about enough, man. Brandon Jennings, this man was destined to put Detroit on his back and had a horrible, I believe, Achilles injury. And it was just really sad, man. It's just really sad. Jonas Repko, 6'10", stretch big. He was a solid player. I think he finished off on the Celtics, too. Amir Johnson had his, I remember when we first got Amir, I thought he was going to be the big Ben Wallace replacement. They didn't really, I don't know, he kind of like fell to the depth, into the depth charts of the Pistons, out of the rotation and whatnot. Just never really got his opportunity, because we were contending and everything. So he went to the Raptors and had a very solid career there as a shot blocker and got like a score on the inside. Trying to think who I could equate him to in today's game, but yeah, Amir Johnson, he wasn't bad. I don't want to talk about it, man. There's plenty of videos. You want my take on him? We got the microwave. Yo, they call me the air fryer. That'd be my name, man. A lot of dudes with the last name Jones. Jim, Charles, Damon, Edgar, Major. That's the leader of the team. That's the leader of the Joneses, man. Major Jones. Wally, Willie. You know, we didn't have Michael Jordan, but we had Phil Jordan. Hey, special K, Gregory Kelsler from Michigan State, man. Been on that mic for years with George Blaha. Great Luke Kennard. I just saw recently that Luke Kennard, I believe, got a gym named after him. The Luke Kennard Court, where legends will be created someday. Oh, man. Oh, Brandon Knight. AKA the highlight reel for all the wrong reasons. The low light reel. Oh, man. Christian Laettner. I don't even remember him. Oh, I'm okay. That was like before my time. Bill Laimbeer. Probably the most hated man in NBA history, you know. Also, I think Bill Laimbeer is like one of the very few NBA players whose parents were actually richer than him. They owned like some oil wells, I think, in Texas. But yeah, Bill Laimbeer, known for using psychology to get in your head, take you off, and make you hate him. Make you swing at him, man. And swing people did. Bob Lanier, Saban Lee. Feel guilty for you saying those guys back to back. Bob Lanier, Saban Lee, yes, put them together. John Lure, $10 million for that back injury that he always had. Hopefully we don't got like, you know, like, just trying to think of, like, what are one of these guys here, man? Who am I trying to think of? Like Paul Long. Like, hopefully Paul Long's not watching this and being like, yo, Crispy, why are you just not even mentioning, like you not know about me, Paul Long? Come on, man. Thon Maker. Oh, Rick Mahorn. Yo, guys, so a few years ago, I was going to do a podcast, like just an episode or whatever with Rick Mahorn. And then anxiety took over and I didn't respond back. Regrets, but that would have been really cool. Corey Spaghetti. I feel like we're missing. Oh, yeah, big old Boba. I saw him play in person. Also saw him on a movie, too, man. Jason Maxiell. Okay, so Jason Maxiell, probably my stepdad's favorite player of all time. I don't know. I like Jason Maxiell. He was like 6'7", explosive dunker. Also, I believe he won the dunk contest at Cincinnati in college, which was pretty cool. I remember watching that, man. Yo, those dunk contests used to go hard, man. You know, it'd be like summertime or something, be on ESPN2, and they'd be playing some like old college dunk contest. It'd be so much fun watching those back in the day. We got one of my favorite bigs of all time, Antonio McDyess. So yeah, McDyess was on the Denver Nuggets, had a horrible injury, knee injuries. Then he went to the Pistons, who had one of the best medical staffs out there, and just had some, you know, a really good solid 5 seasons. He didn't win a ring with the Pistons, unfortunately, but he definitely was a big reason we continued to contend after. I mean, I just remember there was times this guy was getting 20-20 games. You know, he'd be out, you know, at the elbow, just, you know, man, popping it. This is T-Mac, but that's when we had him as Big Mac. Yeah. Still be a cool jersey to get, though. Great Chris Middleton for 1 season. Darko. He recently just got into it with Carmelo Anthony. It's kind of funny, but I don't want to talk about Darko in this video, man. It's our happy memories. Nazim Muhammad. Yup, he was, remember on the Spurs, man. He actually won with the Spurs, I believe, as their center in 2005. Then he came to the Pistons. Greg Monroe. You know what? Say what you want, man. Like, Greg Monroe, he was all right. He was all right. He didn't really represent a good winning culture, but he was an all right player, man. I can say that. Ronald Flip Murray. He was like a combo type of guard. Think of like a poor man's leftover Jamal Murray. Hey, even got the last name. Even that guy even just connected until just now. Nerlens Noel. Jaleel Okafor. Mehmet Okur. I love Mehmet. My mom used to tell me I look like Mehmet Okur. I don't think so. That don't look like me at all, mother. But yeah, he was really good on the Jazz. He was really good on the Jazz. Eugene. I miss you, bro. I don't even know where you're at right now, man. You on the Wizards, maybe? I miss you, Eugene. I do miss you, man. Smush Parker, yeah. I do remember Smush. I think we drafted him, didn't we? He had the cornrows, though, when he was playing. My man, Tayshaun. Man, I love Tayshaun Prince. I love Tayshaun Prince. Theo Ratliff, great shot blocker for many seasons. Of course, you got Dennis Rodman, Derrick Rose, Walter Russell, and Walter Russell Jr., man. Heck yeah. John Sally. Kyle Singler. So, Peyton Siva, you did get blocked by Trey Burke. I'm just saying, bro. I liked you when you were on the Pistons. It kind of made things a little better, but you did get blocked by Trey Burke. Worst small forward in Pistons history. Oh, my goodness, man. They even got that. I don't want to look at the form. Jerry Stackhouse, greatest NBA 2K moment of all time. NBA 2K6, I hit a full court, or I'm sorry, it was a half court buzzer beater, kind of Max Strus style with Jerry Stackhouse versus the number 2 ranked player on the game at the time. That was a really cool moment. Ronnie Sucky, garbage. Obviously got Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Thomas, not quite the same. Hey, the Tolliver effect. Kelly Tripucka, that was before my time. That's like, you know, like my family will bring up Kelly Tripucka. You know, it's like, all right, I don't know much about him. Charlie Villanueva, he was part of that Ben Gordon's, you know, signing stuff. The great Ben Wallace, the great Rasheed Wallace, whose jerseys I'm currently wearing, bro. Man, Wallace times 2. So many good memories. So many that I can't even say any because there's so many and they're just all jumbled up into one big ball now. All right. I'm talking about the retirement home stuff, bro. C-Web. One season in Detroit, man. That was another during the time where we were trying to kind of find a replacement for Ben Wallace. You want to know how serious C-Web was about his time here in Detroit? The man wore number 84. Damian Wilkins. Was that, yeah, that was, Dominique Wilkins, I believe, nephew. Because I remember he was on, the Seattle Supersonics. I used him a lot. I don't know why. Big Nasty. Corliss Williamson. Yes, sir. Christian Wood. I'll take Christian Wood back now. I'm not going to lie. And, that's it. Hey, we're at the end of the list. There we go, man. So, that was fun. That was... Man, so many good memories. A lot of these players. Oh, Chris Wilcox, I see him up there chilling. I'm sure there's tons that I kind of skipped over. I'm trying not to waste your guys' entire day. But, yeah, man, if you want me to do this for some other NBA teams, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. And peace out, my friends.